Welcome everybody back to a different look for Bagged, Boarded, and More. This is episode number 6, my lucky number. I'm here with one of my favorite people in the world.
That's me.
That's him. So, if you haven't tuned in yet, usually we're at the desk, but we're going to switch it up for this episode at least. Maybe a couple episodes in the future, you know. Sometimes we're not actually bagged, boarding, and more. Sometimes we're doing other stuff because we do so much stuff.
We do a lot of things, yeah. So today's more of the more.
Yeah.
With Anthony and Hector.
For sure. So today's a little bit more. Got an awesome setup going on. This is still Hector's office.
Yeah, we're on the other side of the office.
We're just on the other side that you guys don't normally see.
Ooh.
And this is a newer look for Hector's office, which we'll get to a little later. But we talked about it a little bit off camera. Wanted to do the first thing because we talk a lot about Marvel. We talk a lot about DC.
Yes.
Other books as well. I mean, we sprinkle stuff in. We talk a lot about Spawn. But on that tip, we wanted to talk a little bit about some independent.
Yeah.
Comics.
A little bit of unsung hero, maybe, you know?
Give some independent love, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's ironic that you dropped Spawn in there.
Yeah.
Because Image is still
an
independent publisher. And Spawn is on my list. So if you just want to go right into it.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Numero uno.
All right.
Spawn.
Spawn's your number one, huh?
Spawn's my number one. Thank you, Todd McFarlane, for Spawn. I mean, Spawn has such a large lineage that at this point crosses into over so many things. Some people don't know this. You know, Invincible's really popping right now.
Yeah.
The show's going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
During the show's most recent arc, Invincible War, in the comic book, Spawn actually helps out.
Oh, okay.
Because they're both done by Image.
Yeah.
And so Spawn's creeping around everywhere.
Do you think that's like a start? Because I know we've talked about it before. Is that like a start foray into like the movie aspect?
Man, I would love it. I don't know if you're really going to see that live action and or animated anytime soon. Hopefully. I mean, they had an opportunity with the show this time around and didn't take it. Most recently, too, actually, maybe 2 years ago now, there was a Batman Spawn crossover.
Yeah.
The second one that they've done.
I do remember that.
Wicked crossover. The death of Batman's family, everybody knows, shaped him.
Yeah.
Spawn dying and going to hell, essentially,
Yeah.
shaped him. Well, they made those on the same day, as if it was planned. And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
If you want to find out how Batman and Spawn's major life events connect through a divine plan, Batman Spawn.
That's interesting.
Highly recommend.
Entanglement. I like that.
It's good.
I like that. Also, like, the cool thing about Spawn is, like, there's, like, offshoots. Like, you got, like, the Rat City stuff.
Yeah.
And, like...
Scorched, Gunslinger.
So much stuff that kind of comes off
flavors.
that it's, like, it doesn't feel independent, but it is independent.
It blows my mind.
So.
And the covers are even better quality.
Oh, my gosh.
The major published books through Image, they're cardstock.
So good, yeah.
Crispy, clean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And some of the cheapest books out there, which blows my mind.
I mean, we talked about that a little bit last time, about how they're going up, and they're still under. So, I mean.
By dollars. Multiple dollars. But still highly recommend. Yeah. And you know what's interesting, too, is here's a good note for anybody just getting into books. A lot of people feel like they need to find a hero and run with it.
Yeah.
You know, beat it to the ground.
For sure.
But what I recommend is, and what I did in this particular scenario is, I love Batman. I knew as a character I was involved. And then I found, you know, what else did this writer do?
Yeah.
What else did this artist do?
Oh, yeah.
And so on and so forth. And then that collaboration actually brought me to Spawn.
No, 1,000%. And I didn't put it on my list, and I'm blanking the name of it so hard right now because obviously we're on camera and I'm like, but we just saw the cover the other day. That's how I followed Jim Lee into Image. I forgot the cover that.
Oh,
but also Wildcats and all the other stuff
too. Something. Yeah. I don't want to say Bloodshot. That's a different guy.
No, I'm blanking the name, but like I'll put it up on the screen. You'll see it. But like also Wildcats and all the other stuff. Like that's how I followed.
Jim Lee brought you there.
Yeah.
There you go.
You go. I mean, you started with your number one. I'll start with my number one. Mine's the current one. I've talked about it on the show a lot, but we'll go Feral. Also, Image Comics.
Tony.
Yeah.
Tony and Tone.
Gotta love it. So the premise is, if you don't know what Feral is, it's written by the same people who do Stray Dogs. It's 3 indoor cats get stuck outside, basically during a rabies outbreak.
Jeez, and it's intense.
And it's a horror film. It's a horror.
It's intense.
Yeah. And so, like, the covers are sweet.
Yeah.
They always do a horror theme.
The homages.
Like, yeah. So.
Yeah.
I mean, so the writing's good. The visuals are awesome. I am partial to that like style of like the covers that they use. Like, I mean, I'm just. I mean, so for me, that we talked about it a lot, so I won't drag on about it. But like, Feral's a top notch one, and it's doing really well, obviously. So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I just found a Feral #1 remarked and signed by the guys.
Awesome, heck yeah.
So
I know on the latest Whatnot we did on our pop-up Whatnot we did a few signed copies that we had signed
people
in the store.
were requesting.
Yeah, people were requesting, which was cool.
Out
of nowhere, we didn't say, hey, like we have these. They were like,
nope.
You got any like stray dogs of Feral?
I said, how about some signed copies?
So that was pretty awesome. So
yeah,
that's my #1 currently like reading. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll roll with you on the horror.
My other 2 are a little older, so I wanted to start with like my modern.
Fair enough. I'll roll with you on that horror tip.
Okay.
Right. We'll go into Boom Studios.
Okay.
Hello Darkness.
Okay.
Oh, brother.
I know some of the reason.
Brother. Oh, because Jenny Frizen's doing art on it? Yes, absolutely. Why do you think I picked up a copy?
Yeah.
Jenny Frizen got me to pick up a copy.
Never judge a book by its cover, but in this case, the cover led you to great insights.
Sure.
So.
The cover sparked curiosity less than judgment. So
for sure, I
think it works. Horror anthology series.
Yeah.
And so anybody that's not familiar with an anthology is it's not every issue isn't the same characters, the same story.
Yeah.
Think of like American Horror Story. Every season's different to an extent. So anthology series Hello Darkness by Boom. Dude, creepy stuff. They have a story where it's kind of like a comic book adaptation of Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven.
Okay.
Now in comic book form. You have R.L. Stein writing on this.
Oh, that's awesome.
On a couple of stories. Goosebumps. I got goosebumps talking about it.
That might be my introduction to literacy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, highly recommend. I mean, I can't praise it anymore. You got some vampire love stories, the classics. But the way they get down, dude, it gets under your skin. It's creepy stuff.
So in an anthology, does it all have to be in the same world?
No.
Like, I mean, like, obviously different storylines, but like, is it all happening in the same universe?
Well, in theory, there's not really.
But there's no necessarily like ties to the
established ties. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Hello Darkness, dude. Hit it up.
Okay, I'm down. Speaking with the anthology, I will go with one that's like probably some people on the other side of the camera might yell at me for because it's not necessarily a comic book. It's a graphic novel.
Oh, it's a thin line. It's a thin line.
But give me some Scott Pilgrim.
Ooh, who's he versus?
The World.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a big battle.
It's funny because it was one of the ones that like my brother kind of gave me as like, hey, like check this out, and like I think I read through like whatever the first one he gave me was. I don't even know if it was the first one, but like I was like reading, I was like, all right, cool, and then the movie hit, and I was like, oh, like this is that thing, and then so I got a little bit more into it. So I've always followed that. I was just fun, quirky, weird stuff. So
little side jolt off of that though. The movie, that was such a great era, I think. The movie was great.
Yeah.
And like what else revolved around that time of movies that I was really enjoying? Like there was Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
You had other things. Like Superbad was around that time.
Superbad, yeah. I mean, Michael Cera, who plays both of those characters.
You said Michael Cera?
Michael Cera. Sierra. Michael Cera. I can't even pronounce his name. We're having fun.
Yeah. Michael Cera. Yeah. Hilarious. Great. Oh, you got some Chris Evans and Scott Pilgrim.
That's true.
Little Capitan America.
Yeah.
Juno was around that time.
Juno, yeah.
Love
Juno. Also in Scott Pilgrim, is it Alison Brie or wasn't one of the other?
Yeah. Alison.
Yeah. There's like
No, not Alison Brie. She's from Community.
Yeah.
You're talking about Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that's what Brie Larson.
Brie Larson.
Yeah.
There's
so I mean, look at
Yeah.
That's a comic book glow up. We talked about that.
Whoa!
Didn't even think about that one. Look at that. That's a throwback to like 3 episodes ago.
Dang. Well, it's a graphic novel.
Okay, true, fair enough.
Apparently.
She grew up to the big league. She got called up. No, yeah. So
amazing.
But that's a great movie. Got a lot of cool like cameos and stuff in there. But also, the graphic novel is super fun.
Jeez.
I didn't put it on my list. Hopefully, you didn't put it on yours. But also, like Umbrella Academy, same.
Oh no,
vibe.
It's not on my list. Yeah, I am enjoying Umbrella Academy too.
Yeah.
Just got a couple back slabbed. First appearance of the White Umbrella.
Okay.
White Violin.
Okay. I mean, are they in that box right there?
They're in. Oh no.
No.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Lo siento.
Dang it.
Next.
Okay.
Philadelphia.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of this one.
I haven't heard this one.
So it's a phrase.
Yeah. I do know the phrase.
It's a phrase. If you guys don't know, I'm from Philadelphia originally.
Went to college 45 minutes outside of Philadelphia.
You went to college right outside of the city.
Yeah.
So when I heard Philadelphia, I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what people call it.
Yeah.
But it's a book.
Okay.
It's a comic book, written by Rodney Barnes.
Okay.
Check this guy out. Rodney Barnes, right? I came across Rodney Barnes reading Batman Full Moon.
Okay.
I've talked about this series before. Love this series. Yeah. Rodney Barnes kills it. Rodney Barnes has also helped write and produce Wu-Tang, An American Story.
Yeah.
The Boondocks.
Awesome.
He's got his hands in a lot of pots, right?
Yeah.
He even wrote The Mandalorian Season 1, the comic.
Whoa.
Which then Disney adapted into the show.
Wild.
Rodney Barnes. So he writes Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It's about a small town cop. His dad is a Philadelphia detective. Mysterious death. He goes back to Philly, solve the mystery.
Yeah.
Now you're talking violence, crime, mystery, vampires. What?
Okay.
Philadelphia.
Man.
Also by Image. Highly recommend. Spawn makes an appearance. Wink, wink.
I mean, you just sold me.
That was pretty good, right?
I'm like, where's the copies at? Let's go.
Brother, you just wait.
I'm about to go find some.
I'm gonna get them rolling in. I'm gonna roll them in. Philadelphia, I highly recommend.
Awesome. Well, mine also, my third one, will be in the same vein, dark noir. Frank Miller.
Oh.
You know where I'm going with this?
I don't, but keep going.
Sin City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sin City.
It's a throwback. Ran from 91 to 2000. Also adapted into a movie.
One of the best adaptations.
I mean, the movie was shot perfectly too.
That's like what I'm saying,
great.
Man.
You know? So Frank Miller, obviously, comes from
Oh yeah, the Batman world. I'm familiar with
so
Frank.
when you started, you were like, oh, I was like, all right, cool. We got the same little storyline here.
Yeah.
I love the noir style. I mean, there's some simplicity to it.
Yeah.
But it's also very complex.
It sets
a
tone.
It's like it's hard to. I'm a very visual person when it comes to comics. Like, it's got to be like the storyline's cool.
Yeah.
But like, I have to be hooked by the visuals.
Yeah.
And so like for me, that's why like if I when I say feral, like I'm like I love the art style. It helps me stay in it. And something about the complex simplicity of the whole thing is just perfect.
Yeah, they translated that so well.
They did do a great job. So I mean, Sin City.
Whoa, Sin City! I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
That's a good one. Wait a minute, who publishes Sin City?
I think it's Image.
We're gonna have to check on that.
But my phone's over there, so
yeah,
it's an independent to me.
It might be.
I mean,
we'll find out.
If not, I'm gonna put a big red X right here that says in a sad face. It says,
"Let us know."
Yeah,
let us know.
But I'm going Sin City, so
okay. I mean, hey, I can dig it.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Image is still considered independent. That's 66% of my list.
Hey, I mean, it's what it is.
Okay.
All right, speaking. I know that was a good one, right?
I'm about to go home. I'm gonna call. Is it too late to call out and just read today?
Dude, Sin City.
Go shopping.
I mean,
some books.
You don't hear about it much, but I mean.
When was the last time?
That probably when the movie came out. I mean, I'll take it. You know where you can find a bunch of good books?
What's that? Maybe like a whatnot?
Maybe like a whatnot.
Maybe like an Ironline Collectibles whatnot?
Collectibles whatnot.
Shoot.
So, a little inside baseball, usually we film these Mondays. This is getting filmed Tuesday morning. So it'll be out a little later than normal. But you will be doing a whatnot today.
I will be doing a whatnot today, yeah.
So,
at noon.
At noon. Like
Every
you always
Tuesday.
do. Every Tuesday. Every Friday at 5:30.
You said it.
Some pop-up, some mountain times. Some pop-up ones when I ask you to like check to see if the camera's working.
This guy, hold on, time out. This guy. So 2 shows a week is the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
That's the normal schedule thing.
Yeah.
And we were practicing. We're trying out new setups. We're trying out a new setup on whatnot. Anthony says, let's do a little pop-up show real quick. We'll grab a handful of books. We might have had a dozen books.
Yeah.
20 minutes turned into an hour and 30 minutes.
Yep.
And everybody loved it.
Everyone loved it.
And that's why it turned into an hour and 30 minutes.
That's why.
Let's be real.
True that.
Everybody had such a good time. And then you and Ethan
We're just grabbing books.
books.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
It
was a good time.
That might have been one of my favorite shows.
For sure. And because of that, not because of that show, but like because we were messing with setups and we were trying to optimize for the viewer.
Sure.
To give them the best experience. We actually you did one Friday, but like the reason why we have a couch here, it used to be the whatnot area.
This was the whatnot area.
But we moved that desk into its own studio.
Yeah.
So now we have an actual studio setup. It stays up all the time. No taking it down, putting it back up. It's just dedicated studio space.
Yes. So if you've been in the whatnot before, this is the wall you've been staring at. That is the banner that you're used to.
Yeah.
It was much lower. There was a desk.
Yeah.
A TV, but now we have
a studio.
Streaming studio.
So how nice is it to not have to like take down, pick back up? You just walk in. Is it stress wise on a show like it takes a little bit of So maybe we get. I'm not saying your shows were bad in the first place, but like, do we get more energy because it's less off your plate?
Oh yeah. Yeah. When I mean the show is a major part of brain power, energy, so on and so forth. But there's so much prep time too.
Yeah.
So to take anything away from the prep time, really helps a ton, and that's why I have those collection of boxes in there that have popular characters, themes, and stuff. Because we've got a big warehouse.
Full of books.
I mean, we get lost in there for hours.
Yeah, we'll just lose people
days
from the team.
Coming back with a full beard.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks style.
Throwback from last week. Let's go.
Island
boy. Anyway.
Yes. Yeah. So being able to have everything organized, catalog, tight, ready to go, it really takes a lot off my plate.
And it's I know you do 2 shows a week, but it is an all week. It's off camera, but like there's a pile of books over here. It's an all week, like we're going through stuff. Oh, this might be for the show. This might be for Friday.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's all hands on deck, kind of. I mean, now
more recently than ever has it been. Breakers,
which is awesome.
The warehouse guys,
the owner,
like you.
Yeah, we're all just like, I think it's because we all see the great shows that we put on, and also the great books and the great community, and so like I think giving them the best show and the best deals and the best like opportunity to see books that they might not see anywhere else. Like I mean. We're pulling stuff like, and it's high end to low end. I mean, we could pull a classic. I mean, like I said, we pulled a Jim Lee, cover that I was just like, this is sick. Most people wouldn't have put it on a show because they're like, the profit's going to be minimal or whatever. But it's like, this book needs to be in someone's collection.
Yeah, I mean, and having the platform that we have too, and the variety that we have, it lets everybody get involved.
Yeah,
like Secret Wars number 8, Slab. Went on the show for like $40 the other day.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, where else are you going to get an opportunity like that? But in a room where we're also dishing off last week's books, next Wednesday's releases, even sometimes. Dude, Wolverine number 8 and a 9.6. That's it's a very popular blue cover. You got Patch Wolverine, in his suit. Once again, maybe $50 it went for, worth 3 times that.
Yeah. So you're getting deals, and you're getting cool books. We're giving the community an awesome experience. And then on top of that, now we've added. I know it wasn't recent, but a couple shows back we added. You can get a raw book, and then you can get it graded through us.
Oh yeah.
Like we'll take your raw book that you got a steal on.
Yep.
Most likely, turn it into a slab for you.
Best prices you're gonna get everywhere on CGC grading, dude.
Yep.
Crazy good prices. And we just took it one step further.
Yeah.
We now consign those books.
Oh yeah, we now consign those books. Yeah. So now.
Not can sign, just so you guys understand.
I mean,
if you want me to sign, I'll sign it. It might not be worth more. It'll probably be worth less.
What if I witnessed this is a totally tangent. If I witnessed your signature on a Batman,
yeah.
Well, let's say Hector Rivera signed Batman cover.
We can write that on anything if you want. CGC won't give it, about it. But
let's try it.
We can try. But yes, we can sign slabs now too.
Yeah.
Slabs specifically.
Yeah, slabs right now for sure. So like if you have any slabs that you're looking to move, like we got you. We have a big database of sales for years in our store. Usually we did sports cards, but thousands of sales. Yeah. So
we just opened it up to slabs. We
the
plugs.
Yeah.
And we the distributors.
Yeah.
We'll do it all.
We 360.
We 360. So really, you can just come. Theoretically, this is how it could go. You come into a show, buy a book, buy a submission.
Yep.
It comes back, goes onto eBay.
Yeah.
We send you money.
You make profit. You send us money, and then we send you more.
More money.
Dang, that's kind of wild.
Isn't that kind of wild?
I don't think anyone's offering that. So that's almost like a superpower.
Oh.
In his own.
Oh, you just hit a bell I've been thinking on, dude.
All right, let's go.
So here's what's been rattling my mind, right?
Yep.
Think of, because I'm sure we've all thought about it, superpowers, right?
Yep.
Tell me the superpower you've always wished, if you could have one, you could have, but I want you to tell me, or maybe I'll tell you, the downsides of that power.
Okay. Before we hop in that, because I want to mention one that has always been like, that's got to be the most terrible superpower. Cyclops. You always got to wear sunglasses?
Always.
Always. That's got to suck.
You know what's wild about his power? He doesn't have laser eyes.
No.
He's got a portal
to
a laser dimension in his eyes.
That's wild.
You're hurting, brother. You're hurting. You're never getting those contacts in.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on now. Wait a minute. Now, hold on. Time out. Rewind. Why doesn't all that technology, Beast, Forge, can you hook the man up with some contact lenses?
That's a good point. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, what's Beast doing?
Come on, lens crafters. Get on this.
Dog, maybe because, he gets bumped at the mall. Contact lens guy. He's just like, wah, wah, wah. He's just ripping people apart, right?
Closes up. Yes, you're right. All right.
But there's the other thing. If the sunglasses and the contact lens hold in, and his eyeball can close and it stops, because it doesn't shoot through his eyeball.
No, it does not.
Or his eyelid.
No, it doesn't. So does that inherently mean he has these super-powered eyelids?
I mean, they're superhuman for sure. They're holding back.
And that's kind of something that relates to what we're talking about here with downsides, because some superpowers require other superpowers that people don't talk about. Cyclops, you need to have super strong eyelids, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe the strongest eyelids.
You're stopping lasers. Yeah. So what's yours?
Man, I don't know, because I have a hard time thinking of the downside.
Ooh, I got you on that.
It's one of my favorite characters. Obviously, always was called it growing up because my last name's Gordon. I think I mentioned this. Flash. Not the same. Flash Gordon is a totally different superhero, but everyone equates that Flash is Flash, the fast one. That's why they call you Flash Gordon, whatever.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
Popular name.
It's a, whatever.
Super speed. That's what you're getting at? Super speed?
That would be sick.
Okay.
Just because, not to I don't really like to brag on myself, but I mean, I feel like I'm all over the place, helping everybody around, trying to do my best. A little super speed might be.
I got a downside for you.
Okay.
Think about how much you're going to spend on food.
He's
you're constantly burning calories.
Sure, yeah.
You have to fuel your body.
That's a good point.
Food costs go up.
Okay.
The boys did a great job with this.
Gotcha.
Their speedster had heart issues.
Ooh.
So now every time he's using this speed, and it's because of a drug, but essentially, that could be another thing. What about the physical toll that using that speed takes on your body?
That's true. Fair enough.
Because now you also need supercognition.
Okay.
How fast can you run if you can't perceive what you're
That's true. That's true.
Super speed without super cognition means you just run right into a wall.
Good point.
And without super strength,
then you gotta break a bunch of bones.
You're a bug. And there's another one, right?
Yeah.
Think about whiplash in a car accident. Let's say you have super speed and not super strength.
Yeah.
And as soon as you take off, your organs smack against the back of your rib cage.
Good point. Fair enough.
Which is why I don't like super speed in cinema.
Yeah.
I think there are very few occasions they do it right.
Yeah.
But when a speedster grabs somebody to save them and runs away with them,
there's no way that person's...
They're toast.
That's wild. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Good call. Good call.
These are the things I think about.
Okay. I mean, that's a positive, negative decline there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, but super speed would be.
But no, yeah,
cool.
You don't think about all the other things in the chain of that. Yeah.
And I also wonder how aging happens.
I just run backwards. Reverse time.
Interesting.
I'd be the greatest DB of all time.
I mean, if you had superpowers, would you play sports?
I mean, for sure. Also, I was gonna get real. I was gonna turn into a supervillain when you're like, think about how much food. I'm like, I've been everywhere.
Don't give you superpowers.
I'm robbing everywhere. No one's catching me.
Super villain.
That's another one for another day. We talk about how the slippery slope there, but
very slippery.
No, but for sure.
Okay, myself, I thought about a few things. I don't want telepathy.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear other people's thoughts. Yeah. I'd rather be ignorant to them. And the show, it's about Xavier's son.
Okay.
Called, I'll get to it. He exists in a world where people don't recognize superpowers.
Oh.
So all of these, he doesn't have control of the voices he's hearing.
Ooh.
So they tell him he's schizo or whatever. Give him all these diagnoses, put him on pills, lock him away. Downside to telepathy. So telekinesis.
Telekinesis is moving things.
So
your mind.
Telepathy.
Yeah.
Oh, crap! I can't believe I don't know what that show is called. So there's that. Okay, so none of that. I thought about super speed a lot, which is where that came from.
Yeah.
Super strength is cool, but then I fear that if I can't control it, can I even shake a hand?
Without breaking someone's hand.
Let alone high five my friends.
Yeah.
Without breaking someone's hand.
Yeah.
So that kind of landed me on, what about portals? What if I could create a portal? Right? I need the remote from across the room. Portal underneath, portal on top of my hand. Boop. Okay. Got it. I'm going to go take a trip somewhere.
Yeah.
Portal across the world. Just walk right through. And the reason why I say portals over teleportation is because I can let other people come through, or objects through the portals, cars maybe, Yeah. Teleportation, I'm always scared I might end up in a wall, in a building, in the floor.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Portals, though, trippy, right?
Very.
Downside, what if you're portaling from here to ancient Egypt?
Yeah.
That portal, at some point here in ancient Egypt, the dust, whatever, gets in, causes a catastrophic plague.
It might.
Kills, I mean,
something
no one talks about that.
Right. Okay. Maybe a change in pressure, gravity.
Butterfly effect, too. Think about that. You're going into a different world, even for a second.
Yeah.
Move. There's a lot of downsides.
There is.
Portals would be wild, though.
Portals would be wild.
I feel like I would have a hard time, moving through portals.
It's a scary thing.
Because, also, what
does it look like?
Yeah. But also, how do you open up that specific portal? You got to have some pretty strong, control mind-wise.
Maybe.
What if you're having an off day? You're like, I'm going to go home through a portal, boom. But then you're like, were thinking about, your ex-girlfriend's house. And then you're just like, oh, wrong house. Oh, no.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got to have a weird conversation. You know what I mean?
That's spicy. Okay. Maybe the level of concentration might come into play.
Got to have a lot of concentration there,
Ew.
You portal, you're like, I'm just going to... New York pizza sounds good. Portal, boom, you step onto the street. Bam. Cab hits you.
I've always had this vision where I would do a preliminary portal.
Yeah.
Maybe a little peeker, poke my head through.
Dude, that'd be wild.
Look safe.
Final Destination, get hit by a bus.
Yeah. I don't know why whenever I think of this portal thing, it's like this purple thing you can't see through.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it would be better if it was transparent.
I think I would always... Also, like, portal, like, you got to be pretty specific, right? Because, like, you can't just hop through a portal, because what if your portal's 30 feet off the ground?
Ooh. Or face it, or oriented the wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah. What if you put yourself through a portal and you're, like, further away from the thing you needed to get to?
Yeah, I'm very much assuming precise control when it comes to this.
So you definitely need the precise control. There's a lot you don't think about when it comes to portal.
There is a lot.
Superpowers in general. So
exactly.
Tell us your favorite superpower and if you can think of any downsides.
Yeah.
Because I think that's something we should be looking at.
Yeah. Tell all your friends why their favorite
heroes.
Yeah. Tell all your friends why their favorite superpowers are dumb.
Yeah.
And scary.
Maybe it's just better to be Batman and not even have superpowers.
My God.
And just have a lot of money.
Also, what is the name of that show? Can somebody let me know, please?
Somebody drop that name of that show in the comments.
It's so good. HBO.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, I think that's a wrap on it.
Dude.
6.
Love the couch.
We do. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks,
Let us
guys.
know.
Bye.